Hey Pisces, I've got your card, so let's get started. The card that popped out while I was shuffling was the Ten of Pentacles, and I feel like this is the energy that you are going to start the month out with. All of the planets, or personal planets, are pretty much in your 10th house right now. 10th house is career, status, reputation, authorities, also destiny. The Pentacles represent Earth sign energy. The Earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. The Pentacles also represent resources. Resources are anything that you could spend or expend on another living thing or situation or project. It's also like health or love, time, nurturing, that sort of thing. So I feel like your focus is very much on this type of energy, also coming out from the Thanksgiving holidays, especially if you're in the States. Just enjoying family and the familial wealth and the ability to, have everything that you need at your disposal. This is the most in the Pentacles that you'll get in this deck. This is the highest number in the Pentacles suit. So it's important, and it seems like there's a lot of focus that would be there, and astrologically it's backed up. Now, the underlying theme or the overarching energy that I pulled for you is a Major Arcana card. It is the 4th card in the Major Arcana. It's the Emperor card. Now, the 4 for me represents the 4th house in the astrological wheel. That house is ruled by Cancer, so it could be speaking to a Cancer, or about a Cancer, somebody that has a lot of Cancer energy in them. The 4th house is the house of home and family. Home is where you live or where you consider home to be. And family is who you share that home with. That can be your parents. That can be your spouse or your partner, your children, your fur babies, your housemates, or roommates. It could also speak to your foundations or your roots, just depending. Now, the Emperor as a Major Arcana card represents the zodiac sign of Aries. And the Emperor represents the masculine principle and taking and owning one's being responsible and owning your own power, taking control of your own power. It also speaks to ambition. It could be that you are thinking about where you're at financially and comparing it to family members that you saw over the holidays at the end of November. Could be one idea. I'm also thinking about Mars, because Mars is Aries' ruling planet. And you do have Mars moving into your sign, Pisces, on the 19th or 20th, depending on where you live on the planet. So, just a heads up. Now, the first card in the top 3 for clarity that I received for you is the 3 of Wands. The 3 for me represents the astrological 3rd house, which is ruled by Gemini, and it covers your communications. That's how you speak and how people interpret you and how you interpret others. It's also short distance journeys, how you get there and what you get there in. It covers your siblings, your cousins, and your neighbors. The wands represent fire sign energy. The fire signs are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And I always see this as a choice being made, but there being a definite preference of the top 3. It could be that you are mulling over an idea because you are going to be having Mercury going retrograde this month. So it could be the fact that you are dealing with communications in some way, or a choice in some way that you are that you are going to have to make a delineation between. You're going to have to make a decision. But it seems as though there is a preferred of at least 3 different options. I feel like the choice is something that you've been struggling with at least for a short while, if not longer. The reason I say a short while is Mercury, like I said, is going retrograde mid-month, but you are probably getting a flavor of what these choices are going to be now as I'm shooting this, or as you're viewing this, because Mercury isn't retrograde yet. This is the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords, the first thing I think or want to point out is this moon right here. The full moon at 22 degrees of Gemini is in your 4th house, and that's home and family, or roots and foundations. Now the 2 for me represents the astrological 2nd house. That's ruled by Taurus, and that's your money, possessions, earning ability, self-esteem, your values, anything you could point to or acknowledge as mine, or you would introduce as mine, would probably qualify or classify under this. The swords represent the mental faculties, making a decision, and in my opinion, using your intuition will be the strongest guide for you. She has no clear favorites here. The swords represent air sign energy, and the air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. It's an emotional decision for you because of the blue in the background. I feel like the full moon is going to influence this decision in some way. The third and final card that we got for clarity is the 8 of Wands reversed. And this is fast messages going back and forth. It could be an argument face-to-face, through text messages, through Messenger, to that effect. Probably online, because you are having a lot of 11th house energy, and I see the 11th house as an internet house too. The 8 speaks to the Scorpio ruled house of other people's money, life, death, and rebirth, instincts, your sexuality. It could involve a Scorpio. But once again, major background color is blue. It's a situation where you could be feeling off guard about it, but ultimately, if you embrace the principles of the Emperor, you should be all right. This is the only card that's in the reverse. I also see this as being affected by Mercury being in retrograde as well, because I see it as messages going back and forth. It could be miscommunication. Just be in your integrity, be authentic, and you can only be responsible for what you say, not what other people, or not how other people interpret it. You can explain what you were talking about, but that's all you can do. I did the tarot math for this. You received the 10 for the 10 of Pentacles, 3 for the 3 of Wands, 2 for the 2 of Swords, 8 for the 8 of Wands, and 4 for the Emperor. That added up to 27. 2 plus 7 is 9. And 9 is, for me, speaking to the 9th house on the astrological wheel, which is ruled by Sagittarius. And it covers foreign people, foreign places, foreign things. It covers the study of foreign languages, philosophy, religion, astrology. It can also speak to legal system matters or political matters. It speaks to the higher mind. It speaks to your worldview expanded through study or travel. It's long distance trips. I don't know if I said that or not. Questing and adventure. It's a pretty big house, and it could be, involving a Sagittarius as well. There's a lot of Wands energy, which, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Maybe Aries as well, because the Emperor showed up, and that is representative of the zodiac sign of Aries. But let's move on to the Oracle cards. The first of the 2 that you received from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild. The first one that I pulled for you is the number 5 card, Follow Your Own Rhythm. I love this card. It's so pretty. She looks like she's in the middle of a dance. Like you're walking in on something that you really should see, but not like in a sneaky way, just I'm sorry, I didn't know you were in here, doing that kind of way. When I see this card, it makes me think that you should consider marching to the beat of your own drum more, if you don't already. that you need to trust the life cycles that you're experiencing, because that's what you're attuned to. And balance will come once you learn how to embrace the dichotomy of effort and surrender. And that you need to honor your need for rest and replenishment. I don't know why. I mean, this is an adult deck. I suppose there is nudity involved, but just looking at her skirt makes me think of a ballerina, and because of the time of year that these messages are for, I can't help but hear like the Sugar Plum Fairy song from the Nutcracker in the back of my head. Don't allow this holiday season to run you ragged. The 5 on this card I also read as the astrological houses. So that would be the Leo ruled house of your pleasure, your social life, creations, or you have skin in the game, your romance, dating life, love life, and your children. So yeah, don't let this holiday season run you ragged. The second card that I pulled for you is the Restore and Replenish card, and this is the number 38 card from the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck. And I find it very synchronistic that one of the messages for Follow Your Own Rhythm was to honor the need for rest and replenishment, and this is backed up by the Restore and Replenish card. 3 plus 8 is 11. You are having a lot of 11th house energy. So I guess one of the things that I would try is to back off from my internet consumption during the holidays, which is difficult because you only have so much time in a day, and you're already being more pressed during the holidays for different obligations that you have to meet. And every minute you spend online is a minute you could be doing something else, and it will feel like you're feeling very stretched. So honor your time, honor your body, honor the cycles that you need, the sleep cycles, rest cycles, and work cycles as well. But this card for me definitely speaks to the fact that you're in need of more than just sleep. You need rest. And there was something that I read a long time ago that went to the effect of, you know that your soul hurts when you go to sleep and you wake up tired, or something like that. And I've been in that situation more than once. This card also represents a need for grounding your body, and that you need to raise your vibration through diet, through exercise, and your spiritual practices, however you choose to embrace that. Another good way to ground yourself is to get outside in nature. Wear the appropriate clothing for your climate and be safe, but allow nature to heal you in a way that only it can. This is an acknowledgement of healing as well. And it's also an acknowledgement or an oracle of confirmation that you are in a period of profound transformation. And the thing about transformation, it sounds great because you're thinking, home makeover edition or something like that. But there has to be construction before that transformation can be unveiled. And the construction period, that work period, is never fun, and it can be painful. It can be downright hurtful. But you can't get to that new version without that process. So yeah, Pisces, that's what I see what's going on for you in December. I hope that you have a wonderful holiday season. Please take care of yourself and be kind to yourself and save some of that kindness for others, because we're all struggling with very private battles that some of us may never speak about to another living soul. I hope that you make memories with your loved ones, because those are things you don't necessarily have to buy and no one can take away from you. It's the holiday season. Be kind. I'll be around for your mid-month reading to pull a few more cards for you. Hopefully give you a little bit more information about the full moon as well. But until then, take care of yourself, Pisces, and namaste, y'all.